All right, everybody, welcome back to the podcast. We're SamuraiBlitzt for another episode. How's it going, everybody? This is the weekend. It's Friday night. So a lot of bad shit's happening right now in California, and we're here to talk about it. And I know a lot of people are hearing about what's going on with the smeltfish crap and all the shit. Why there's no fucking water in California. So we're going to get into it. We're going to dive right into it really fast, guys. So Klitchen, here we go. John, give it to us, brother.
Klitchen.
Let's do it.
What? Oh, I was confused.
Clinch
some water. You need to get that water.
We need some of that water there, but we got to save it all for that stupid fucking smeltfish.
You know, that's shrimp.
That smeltfish need all that with all the shrimp.
Yeah, man, that California shit's wild. We got this fucking fruitcake here. He's giving mustache rights to any pocket body that needs it.
I guess we do.
Yeah. Oh, get that sexy voice.
We're starting at $5, everybody. We're gonna put a charge on this one here.
Get that sexy voice, Joe.
Because we need the money. We need some of that. We need some of that internet money.
Good old money is always good.
it's giving that Western accent. But yeah, man. California. Yeah, the DEI hires. What's the name of that mayor?
Dude, I can't even remember. I'm so fucking pissed.
My god! But Gavin Newsom, they're already calling for him to resign, which is great. And I can't wait till that motherfucker
He's
resigns.
giving spins and turns on all that shit. He's not answering questions. He's just doing the same political bullshit talk.
But I feel like no matter what, they're just gonna hire. I mean, whatever they're gonna do, they're gonna get another Democratic mayor, anyways. I mean, governor. My bad.
Nothing.
Yeah, but Adam Carolla said it good. Like he said it.
So?
No.
Adam Carolla said it perfect. He says, you know, like all these main people who are the main donors to all these political shit to Gavin Newsom, now their houses are burning down. They're a part of the little people now. They're part of the regular citizens who go through this shit.
The widow people?
The widow people.
No, but there's a lot of fun news. Trump got sentenced today. And the fires, everything's coming out more and more. All kinds of crazy shit. Biden, did you see what he said at the fires? Did y'all see what he said?
What do you mean? What he barely said?
No, he goes up there.
His granddaughter.
I know people are devastated, and I'm not trying to laugh at the people, but he's I know people are devastated from the fires. But in other news, I'm a great grandfather today, and it's like
he's a great grandfather to a great granddaughter or maybe a great grandson.
It's like what the fuck, bitch? It's like if you lost your house, and I'm like, hey, Chris, I know it's bad, but hey, by the way, you know. My kid got honor roll.
And
like,
plus,
we're getting good here.
Plus, I saved $5 on my car insurance.
It's like, oh my god!
It only took him 15 minutes though.
Dude, that dude's such a dipshit, dude. And how people still support him, I have no fucking clue. But yeah, let's go ahead and watch. I really wanted to see this. The way the fires look, it looks like a fun movie. So I'm gonna go ahead and share this, bitch. Where we at? Let's check it out. This is the California fires, and what is it called? The you know the area well. What is it? The I was gonna say Pescalades. The
Palisades
or whatever. Oh, so anyways, dude, you know more than me. Where the fuck are the Palisades?
They're actually northeast of LA.
So is that Hollywood and everything?
It's close.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I was when I was in LA, man. I used to just go downtown LA and fucking other place. I went to Hollywood. I used to visit LA.
Went there once. That's it. Never went.
Nah, I liked LA, man. I used to visit.
Let me tell you, they're not on Rodeo Drive yet, so they're fine.
Oh, they're not on Rodeo. All right, let's check this out, dude. This fucking scene is crazy. Look at this shit.
All right, dude. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Put your mask on.
And it took you that long to leave?
Right?
That's what I said.
Okay, it's at our front door now. It's serious.
We tried our best.
Dude, this scene looks fucking wild. Oh!
It is like Elden Ring.
Sorry, bro.
Now, you see, this is called stupidity and dumbassery.
Yes.
100%. They were
Dude,
still in their house,
crazy.
literally everything. This is called YouTube. All they want is fucking,
They
they
want
were
views.
literally in their house on fire, and they were fucking leaving now.
Yes, but that right there, dude, the way dude, that's crazy, dude.
I mean, that's how it happens. Again, living there before, it's literally how it happens.
You know how long it takes a tree to burn to those embers? They were waiting in that house for a while.
Well, dude,
They'd be there a long time. 100%. They'd be there a long time.
A tree does not burn that fast. It takes a while for that trunk to actually embed the flames all the way into it.
And that type of tree. Because that type of tree, no matter what, always has a bunch of hydration in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I don't know shit about trees. I'm not.
How the fuck do you think that fucking desert tree fucking
even in a barbecue, even when you smoke
barbecue,
barbecue, you have to get dry wood because if not, it's going to steam out.
Well, that's what they were saying. Like, a lot of people don't realize it's a fucking desert, and how they got it to work was when they had irrigation, right, with the reservoirs and all that shit. And then when those reservoirs are up, it just becomes a fucking desert again. Like, you know, you stupid bitch.
It's like the rest of the fucking desert out there. God,
yeah, and
the
it's
Mojave Desert. It's fucking.
But that is true though. Those dudes waited way too long to get the fuck out of there. What would you do if you just woke up and saw that?
Run, bitch!
Get the fuck out.
I would have been like, oh shit.
Save my Trumpy pictures and get out of here.
Hey, get my undies.
If I would
get
have
out.
saw that a few miles out, like, okay, it's time to get shit going. Get the fuck out of here. Now,
Yeah,
like,
man.
hey, I'm gonna wake up and put my video on.
Well, if
all
I-
of a sudden, I'm looking outside my window. I'm like, oh, my tree's on fire.
Well, if I knew it's coming my way, yeah, I'm gonna load my truck up.
I would
Like,
throw one last jerk in my house.
of course,
Before
yeah.
it goes out.
Before
Just
the
fucking be there,
Wi-Fi goes
oh,
out.
shit, I need to fucking
Hey,
get this
we
one.
got 5 minutes of Wi-Fi.
Well, the biggest question is, are you gonna capture it on video?
Hell yeah.
See?
I'm gonna video record
I'm
just for
gonna
memories.
save.
Like,
I'm gonna
just
save
like
all
that,
my
just-
valuables. I'm gonna put all my steaks into a fucking cooler.
No, fuck.
And
If
I'm
you have
out.
a steak, might as well cook it outside.
No, I'm gonna fucking
Just
take it
with
for the
a
road.
stick.
Yeah,
and just
just-
fill it in.
No, I don't got time for. I don't got. You gotta thaw it out. Then you gotta season it.
It's already
and
thawed.
everything.
The fucking
No,
house is burning.
no.
Yeah, dude, that's wild. When I first saw that, I thought the same. I was like, dude, how long are they fucking waiting there
For the
before
fucking
they
YouTube
leave?
video?
And it's true. I mean, I didn't even think about that because I just thinking about like the danger. It's true what Joe said. They definitely did that for the YouTube views.
I'm pretty sure they.
100%.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they
did
went
that.
back into the house. I don't think they waited there. I think they were like, okay, safe to go in. They went in there, did a quick video cam, and ran out.
I mean, they had to have done
One way
that.
or the other, they did it for.
But anyways, I mean, they're
I wonder
idiots.
how many views that got.
Probably a while.
hopefully not
Probably a
enough.
lot.
Dude,
Because
they
they're fucking
probably-
idiots, dude.
They're
And
probably paying for the new
idiots,
house.
it's mainly the idiots that get all that shit, dude. Like that's fucking stupid. You're gonna risk your life for a couple of views.
Hey, bro, that's the way the world works now. But let's
Yes.
go ahead and check out this new one.
is the way
So
the
this
world-
this is another one of the LA fires. Let's check this one out.
Apocalypse in California. Bro, real life apocalypse in California. Everything is burning to the ground.
Damn.
Y'all voted for this.
You guys, it's like a zombie land. Look at this.
Oh, look at that, dude.
If it was zombie night, you'd been robbed by now.
Everything's burning to the ground, you guys.
Not that Lexus.
People left their cars. They left everything behind.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
I've been to that
Newscaster
bank.
around. Man. If this ain't crazy, then what's crazy, you guys?
He's just
The
terrible
world coming to
commentary.
an end?
No, just your
Oh
shit.
my god, look at the grocery store! Look at this shit, you guys! What the fuck?
What's funny is all that's burnt around them, and yet all those cars, particularly the one in that grocery store he just passed, is literally still not burnt. It's hanging out.
Well, they probably
what does that tell you?
they probably saved some of it.
Real life apocalypse.
Ain't nobody saving nothing in California.
Wow.
Bro,
Shit.
Apparently, they have water with those fire hydrants.
The food market is burning down.
Hey, let's put water in the first building. Oh,
Here's one of the ones they didn't give you.
Criminality.
What? The elementary school?
It's all right. They're a bunch of idiots there, anyways. They don't need school.
This guy's annoying though. Whoever
That guy,
guy's
yes,
talking.
that guy was terrible. He has no fucking charisma.
Look at
Look
this.
at this, guys. Oh man, is this the end of the world? No, it's just the end of your shit state.
He has a
And your
voice that
governor.
wants a good slap.
He better resign.
Dude, you think he's gonna resign? I don't think
Which
so.
one?
Newsom?
Gavin Newsom.
He won't, but he should.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna resign, dude.
Dude,
No, he
everyone's
has too
gonna
much power.
they're gonna turn their backs on him.
He has too much power.
Yeah, but
He has
he's
too much
just
power
not
and
gonna
money.
resign.
It's not
Oh,
gonna
yeah, until this shit happened.
Again, this happens.
Insurance companies are backing out already.
This happens every year.
They're
This
returning.
hap-
They're
this
returning everyone's money. There you go.
This
We can't
does-
cover you.
This does happen every year, but this one's different because it got the rich people, and then second, it's like they have no fucking water. They usually have like the means to combat these fires.
They have water
No,
to
they
flush.
don't.
No, they
That-
have
they-
water to
a
flush their
little
toilets.
bit.
That's it. No, they do not.
don't. Every time it happens, it's always a big topic of we don't have enough water. It's too dry. There's not enough to fucking support. The
But this
firefighting
bad?
efforts. No, yes.
It's never been this bad.
I don't
though.
remember ever seeing it that bad.
Yes.
Because in San Diego, I remember it was usually like the areas that were not. I mean, they did fuck up some populated areas in the forest areas and all that, but never like straight up. I mean, it annihilated whole neighborhoods. I've never seen it that bad, but I mean, you're probably right. I just don't remember
Here's my
seeing it.
opinion. I think what's going to happen. I think what's going to turn against Gavin Newsom is that. So all the insurance companies are backing out of everyone. They're saying, "Hey, we're returning your money. We can't cover all you, but however, we're going to cover the celebrities." And when they start seeing the celebrities get the first-hand treatment of the silver platter, like, hey, they're getting their houses built in man, all this shit's coming in just for them. They're gonna turn against Gavin Newsom. Hey, you don't got time for the little people. You want to say the celebrities?
I don't think they're gonna just do the celebrities. I think everybody's gonna get fucked.
Watch.
No, where the insurance companies. I mean, they're estimating. I don't know. You can probably look it up. I think it's like 438 billion and so forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no way that insurance companies.
And what's crazy is why is all this happening before Trump gets into power?
So here's the thing. So let's look at some numbers here. So how many acres have been burnt so far?
In this one?
In this particular fire?
Thousands.
Well, yeah, but how many?
I don't think anyone knows right now because it's still growing.
So it's still a growing fire. So in 2018, it was 150,000 acres.
God,
150,000 acres in 2018. Again, that was a campfire bullshit.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing that.
It was a big fucking
national
news.
All because of one hot dog.
One wiener. You see what one wiener will do to the world? It'll just be one big fire.
Another one. There was another one in California, the Dixie Fire in 2021. 963,000 acres. Almost a million acres.
Are those residential though?
We're not talking about residential right now. I'm just talking about numbers right now.
I know, but I'm talking about this one's residential.
Yeah, we're talking about acres right now.
Yeah, I understand, but I'm just saying, like, this one is a little different because it's all like I don't remember celebrities saying my fucking house is to the ground now.
No, because it's never gotten that close to their residential areas.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
The topic is the celebrities. Who cares? The celebrities,
the rich people.
When the rich people have a problem, it becomes national news.
That's
when
because
everyone else is burning, yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's always burning the residential areas. That's what I was trying to say.
It always
is. But it is from what I've seen. I remember Trump's been talking about this for years, and other people too. It's mismanagement. Like they were taking away a bunch of funds. What was it? They took away 17.6 million.
No, I think it
from
was
the
14,
firefighter department.
Was it 14 or 17 million?
17.6 million
For the fire department.
Yes, they took away 17.6 million from the fire department.
And
they fired over 100 firefighters due to the not taking the vax.
And what was it, like 1 point something billion for homeless?
Did you take the vax?
No.
Did you take the vax?
I
had
did
to,
it,
right?
I did it. So prior to my retirement, I knew I was going to a part of the world where it was required. So prior to the military actually requiring it, I already had it done.
Oh, okay.
So in order to continue my employment and to ensure that I had a financial stability, I did it to ensure that when I go to this next country, before getting quarantined and locked down for the rest of my fucking life,
Which one was it?
I took it.
Moderna or was it that Johnson & Johnson?
Moderna.
Moderna.
Yeah, because they were. I think it was it Japan that. I mean, I know it was Japan, but which one did they disbanded the Johnson & Johnson? I believe.
I don't.
Yeah, I think that Japan said like we're no longer giving that shit away because there was a lot of problems with it. But I know a lot of military people. My nephew too, and other people I know they had to get it.
Yeah, well,
or they would just get fucking.
I think it was the 2022 or 2023 is when they mandated that you had to take it.
Yeah.
If you did not, you were going to be discharged from the military. After the fact, when they're like, "Oh, okay, you don't have to have it anymore," we're gonna let the military people come back if you want to. But at that point, all these guys that had years of fucking military service,
dude, a lot of people got
go the fuck away. Go the fuck away. I'm like, why would I come back to you after you just fucking kicked me out for not doing something that was not healthy for me yet? It was not proven. It was not tested officially.
Dude, where the shit that scares me, like that shit that scares me the most is when people start talking about those crystallized little things in your heart, I mean, in your blood valves that if people are dying from. What is it, myocarditis? Dude, fuck that, dude. That shit scares the shit out of me. Like that's why I was when I started, like, you seen so many people, young ass people, just collapsing and dying. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that was not normal.
That
like,
one football player.
Wait, was that ever normal before? I don't remember seeing that shit.
It was like that one comedian who was boasting about, I got all these vaccines, I got all these other things, and all of a sudden, literally in the fucking the time she's finished was literally like seconds away, and she collapsed.
Oh yeah, I remember on stage, right?
Yeah, on stage.
She's all glowing like Mr. Burns.
And she fucking
I bring
passed out,
you love.
cracked her skull, and
Or that's sad.
I mean, it is. I mean, she was boasting. Hell no, I'm fucking, Jesus, all this, and all this crap, and all of a sudden, oh yeah, Jesus loves me, and falls, cracked her skull.
He loves you a lot. He took you home, honey.
Bro, the fucked up thing is a lot of people memory hold, like, dude, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, or Jimmy Kimmel, really, not Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon said some shit, but Jimmy Kimmel, I remember he went on live TV and said, you should not give hospital beds to unvaccinated.
Yeah.
And Joe Biden went on TV and said, we have a pandemic of the unvaccinated. He was all, we have a pandemic of the unvaccinated. And he, like, literally just half the country said, you know what, you're the fucking problem.
Yeah, y'all are the problem.
And then you had all these
y'all
fat
were the
fucks.
threats.
Did you see all those fat fucks in their scooters? And they're like, you're putting my life at risk.
I was like,
Bitch, I think you put your life at risk in the
I
18th Twinkie.
I
There
think
was like a
I think
fat
it's your
guy
fucking
cold.
appetite that's putting your fucking health at risk.
But the whole point of a vaccine
It's called the
is
Fat Guy Coalition.
you get a vaccine for yourself.
Yeah.
I don't need to get a vaccine to fucking help you.
That was the biggest misconception that the Democratic Party was pushing. It was like,
Social
hey,
media fucking spread it all.
really
All
was.
the
It was
medias.
social media and media in general. Oh, get a vaccine so you can protect you. I
Yeah,
don't give a
that
fuck
was
about-
the dumbest shit.
It's literally to protect yourself so that when the symptoms hit you, they're lessened. I don't give a fuck about you. It's not going to do anything for you. I can cough all day long on you. You're still
Yeah.
going to get it.
No, I mean,
I
it
got
started off as you take the vaccine, you won't get COVID. To you take the vaccine, you won't spread COVID. To you take the vaccine, you won't fucking get it as severely as other people.
Yeah, they just
and then
kept-
it just like
they just
hey, you
kept- they
take the
just kept
vaccine, you
watering
take
it
the
down, watering
vaccine.
it down.
Yeah, by the time you know it, it's like,
So-
well, it doesn't really do anything but
Hey,
kill
just
you.
get the vaccine because I mean, just do it now.
All
I mean,
it did, all
you
it
should
did
be
was,
used to it.
like any vaccine, is to lessen the symptoms. That's all it's supposed
Yeah.
to do. Just like the fucking flu shot, to lessen the symptoms of what's going to happen when you do get it.
Well, I felt like it was real bullshit when they really started to say like, "Oh, you need to get a booster, another booster, and then you're gonna have like yearly." Like after a while, it was all like, "Oh, we don't know how many yearly boosters you need," and I was like, "Oh shit! Like what?
How many is
Now,
it
now,
now?
now on top of that,
Big pharma, bro, the money,
oh, dude, they made a fucking shitload.
billions and
Of money.
billions.
Dude, they made a
to
lot of money off of
billions.
the monkeypox too. You remember the monkeypox thing?
That
And it
was-
was only happening
So,
to the fruits. It was
To the
it was a fruit fucking it was a fruit virus. It was very fruity, like
Hey,
Fruit of
too
the
many
Loom.
apples. Got to eat some oranges.
Hey, we got some fruities over here. Get them a monkeypox.
You talking about the fruits like the wrist benders or the other fruit?
The pillow biters, dude. Those motherfuckers, they were getting the monkeypox, dude. It spread in Europe. Remember they had like this big old sex festival.
They're fucking raw dogging without protection, bro.
Dude, just getting in those fucking dude guts.
Just getting all that
Yeah,
that
just
wiener
bam,
dude
bam,
right there.
bam.
Speaking about sex festivals, the Japanese fucking fertility festival.
Oh, I went there.
Dude.
Did you go there?
Yeah.
Dude, that place is bad. It's in Tokyo. So I told my wife, right, because I was already married. Where the whole time I was in Japan, I was fucking either dating or married. And I'm there, and I was like, "Hey, I had told her something. You know, there's like a penis festival." And she goes, "Is there?" And I said, "Yeah." I realized it's like a fertility festival. So they like worship the dick. So because it's supposed to be like, you know, that's gonna give you a baby and all that stuff.
Worship
So I was like, I started looking into it, right? And I was like, oh wow, everything's dicks, right? Like so everything there is dicks. Dude, little candy dicks, glasses that are dicks. I have pictures of it.
Everything's
I'm gonna put it on I'll put it on there. But everything's dicks, bro.
She didn't know about that.
Yeah, she knew.
Oh.
And I told her, hey, I'm gonna go meet my friend Paul. So my friend Paul was living in Tokyo. I said, I'm gonna go meet my homeboy Paul. And she knew him already.
Oh, you want a guy going to a dick festival?
Oh hell yeah! I mean,
right.
I'm not
Two guys and
gonna.
dicks.
I'm not gonna go with a chick that's all gay.
Yeah,
If I'm going to a dick festival, I'm going with more dick.
I'll bring in a bunch of cocks to this cock festival.
So like,
Hey, you would when they say you don't bring sand to the beach? Oh, I bring it.
I bring it. I bring all the inches.
I bring all kinds of dicks to the dick festival. Anyway, so I go right and and at the very end, I don't know if you remember. At the very end, they have this huge pink cock. It's and they're just rolling. And it's fucking hilarious, dude. And there's these girls are there. They have like dick fucking they have dick necklaces, dick glasses. One girl had some glasses and it had springs, and on the tip, the head of the dick, and it would just go like this. So the whole time she's walking.
so you remember you have those googly eyes.
Yeah,
fucking-
yes,
no.
yeah.
Same thing with fucking dickheads.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and you know what, dude? Let's fucking show that real quick. So this is the dick festival that we're talking about in Japan. I will put some pictures in it I'll put some pictures in it eventually. But yeah, check this out. It's an annual festival, I believe. What time of the year is it? Do you remember? I thought it was springtime. It's probably springtime because you know spring
Most
brings
likely.
new life. Spring brings life, and so does dick.
all the time.
All right, let's check it out. And I love it.
Oh, yes.
Dude, they're just fascinated with dicks. Look at they have dicks. They have dick lollipops, everything's dick, man.
Let me get 4 cocks.
Let me get 4 of those.
We got 3 cocks over here and 4 of those.
Okay, so yeah, I knew it would be spring. It has to. So Oh, carry that dick.
It is like one of the.
Like, that's the pink thing I was talking about.
It's one of the easiest times. Like, depends how smooth you are. One of the easiest times.
Look at that LB. That's a big deal.
That's all LB in the world.
I remember that one too. I remember that dick. That dick looks familiar. Hey, I know that dick.
Where in Japan is this?
Tokyo.
Oh, okay.
The Tokyo is one of the biggest festivals that they have there regarding the festival. I think I see boobies and dick at the same time. All right.
No, those were dicks. Those were dick
Yeah,
noses.
but below it was actually titties.
Oh, really?
If you actually go back and you actually see there was actually.
Was it titties?
Yeah, it was titties right below it.
Oh, dick and titties. Hey, that's like the Carmen Redskins.
There you go.
Yes. So that is a fucking festival they have every year, dude. It's epic, dude. So anyways,
good time.
when I went, it's early in the morning, so I had to wake up early in the morning and go from Osaka to Tokyo. I had to take the Shinkansen. That's like about an hour and a half, 2 hour Shinkansen.
It's about 2 hours.
It's about 2 hours. And so I had to wake up early as fuck. And my wife said, "Hey, are you gonna go? You gotta go." I was like, "Shit." Fucking take the train to the Shinkansen, take the Shinkansen to Tokyo. Tell my friend Paul, "Hey, meet me at the park." And I think we met at Yoyogi. And we met around there, and then we ended up going to that festival. Dude, I mean, I'm talking like right when we got there, it starts early morning. I remember that. It starts around like 10 in the morning or something like that.
Yo,
9,
was
10.
that in Shinjuku?
No, I don't know
no,
where.
no.
In Japan, I don't remember where.
It's not on the main. It's not on any of the main drags.
Yeah, they usually the
It's all
festivals
set.
are kind of like but not in like the crowded areas because it would just be a shit fest.
It'd be a disruption to the traffic.
Yeah,
and
it
all
would
that
be,
stuff. And
especially like there's no way you could do that in Shinjuku. Like you would disrupt everything. Like everything would have to. It would be like it would be equivalent to like having it downtown, the parade where you have to shut down everything. That's what you would have to do with that.
Oh, okay.
So they have it in these little areas, and you go, dude, and everybody's just drinking and with dick everywhere. And it used to be, it's kind of like the way festivals here happened, where it meant something in the beginning, and then now it's just a drunken dick fest. Like that's what it was when I was there. What did you fucking experience there? Did you get laid?
yes.
Ah, yeah, dude. Yeah.
So, when I went to it, it was 2000.
Well, I mean, there's dick everywhere. So the
2009.
the fucking what is it? The atmosphere is red.
It's like, I just pulled my wiener. I just went to use the
It-
restroom and they
it is
paraded me
literally-
around everywhere.
It is literally a horny atmosphere. That's,
Yeah,
all, that's all
dude.
it is.
You saw the chicks riding the dick.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
And then not even after the fact, once it's all kind of the ceremony's kind of over and everything, you're talking about all these women that are they're local, they're going out to their bars that evening. It's all about smashing.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
I went to the park after that.
So like while we're on the topic of this, after I got married, we went there, me and my wife, and we're just.
You went with her?
No, we didn't go to the ceremony, but we were just in Osaka, And one night, my wife's like, "Oh, I'm hungry," so she was like getting kind of hangry, I guess. So we immediately ran to a restaurant. Like, fuck it, here's a restaurant, let's go into it. We paid nothing, no attention to what's happening. And,
Don't tell me you went to Opai Ramen.
no, no, it was
okay.
it was some sort of like it almost seemed like a Chinese restaurant. So like, okay, let's go in there. We sat down. My daughter was like, I don't know, like fucking a couple of months old. It wasn't even that old. It wasn't even a year yet. We sat down. We're looking around, and I'm just sitting there, like, having a good time. And I look around. I look at the ceiling for some reason, and all I see is plastered molds of buttholes, dicks, and vagina.
Damn, that's my kind of restaurant.
All
I want to say,
100%. And I was kind of wondering, why is everybody staring at me and my wife? I'm like,
they're like, look at these fucking deviants.
so
over here.
I think what I ran into was actually like a sex club during the day.
Oh,
It wasn't like it wasn't festival time yet or fucking nasty hour. I walked in, I was like, shit.
Dude, I would have told him, do you have a bowl with like a butthole? Can I eat out of it?
I want to see your menu now. Like, what are y'all serving here?
Y'all serve
I'm
butthole
curious.
here?
I told my wife, all I did was like this. I told my wife, I'm like, I just pointed up, and she's like, what the fuck? And then
Yeah.
we looked at the door. The entrance we came in, you actually go out. There's a whole shrine covered in like a see-through red like curtain or something. All you see is a shrine of golden dicks. I'm like,
Nice. Dude, where I after that festival, I think we went to the park and they had like this music festival and dude, it was fun. It was a good time. In my wife's town of Okayama, So there's Okayama, but there's that little section, and it's called Soja Okayama. They have a Opai, which is tits. They have a tit temple. So you walk in there, and you see these like little molds of tits. And at first, I was looking, and I was like, it looks like a bunch of tits. And then I was by myself because I have a little bicycle, a little bicicleta.
A little bicicleta.
A little bicicleta over there in Japan.
Your teeny tiny bicicleta.
So like I bought a bicycle and I leave it there and I just fucking, pick up and go whenever I go back. And I ride around and get to, see all the shit. And I end up at this temple and it's beautiful, Like you get there, that's like the like little waterfalls. It's all zenned out. And I'm looking in there and I was like, it looks like a bunch of tits. And I look more. Huh?
Did you jerk off in there?
I wanted to. I was just like, let me rub one out real quick. But they're like not, it's kind of like these wooden tits with the little with the nipple, the what is it, areola?
Yeah.
And I went home and I said, hey, I think I went to this place and they have like it looks like a bunch of tits. What is that? She goes, oh yeah, that's a tit fucking temple. And I said, wow. But it's meant to like say, because like women give milk from their breasts, so it's meant to like give thanks to, all that shit.
Damn, they give thanks for everything.
Damn. They need a ball one. They're just nuts.
It's called a fucking Tanuki. You know about Tanukis, right?
No, I don't. What at a festival?
No, it's the Tanuki is a fucking. So remember this. So think about. Let's go back to.
You're probably gonna have to talk on the mic a little. Will you move it more?
So let's talk about Mario. You guys remember Mario 3?
Yeah.
Remember
which one's that?
Remember the raccoon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a Tanuki. If you actually look up a Japanese Tanuki, it's a statue of a raccoon-looking thing with huge ass fucking balls. Take a look.
Hold on, let's look that up.
It's a real shit.
I want to see that Tanuki.
Tanuki.
Tanuki. This?
It's a fucking raccoon or a dog.
Correct. Yeah, it's a raccoon. But go to the actual leg.
Oh, look at those nuts.
Fuck.
Amazing balls. Hold on, let's see. I don't know what the fuck
right
that
there.
is.
Please.
All right.
History of the Tanuki.
It's like kind of like Randy Marsh with the
All right.
African soldier. He got it from Africa.
If you're studying up on Japanese culture, you're bound to run into yokai. Specters, ghouls,
We
goblins.
know yokai. We're fine with them.
Okay, let's go ahead.
A lovable little rascal known as the Tanuki. This trickster gets into all kinds of mischief, from transforming into teapots to impersonating monks to murdering the elderly.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Damn. I didn't know big balls murder elderly.
Often incorrectly called a raccoon dog or badger, Tanuki are actually a very real species of wild canine native to Japan. The Tanuki's magical origins are connected with those of the fox. The fox's magical origins can be traced back to Chinese folklore, where it is unequivocally evil. In Japan, magical foxes are mentioned as far away, which is probably the Tanuki version of the Roadrunner making the wall, and then you think it's the wall, and then you...
What, bro?
Tanuki are perhaps most famous for drumming on their big bellies. Boom, 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 boom. They do this to imitate thunder and rain or trains, and they also do it to make people lose their way, which they really like for some reason. Almost as famous, but perhaps more interesting, is the Tanuki's giant scrotum. That's right, I'm talking a big old nutsack. Let's check out some pics. Everything from flying to attacking to exercising to beating fish to death to making giant
I want to see that exercise real fast. Look at the exercising. Where was it? Oh, dude, I went too far.
Here's one with the legs.
That one?
to attacking to exercising to
Okay, hold up.
Was he pushing his...
Hold up.
He's
That,
doing leg presses.
That one.
like this one. That's the first teabag, dude. Dude, he's...
Yeah. I mean, unless we can determine that there was another historical picture of a balls on somebody.
But why do they
Dude,
make...
yes.
What reason is his balls big? Like, what's like...
I know, but look at he has his legs all curled up so his ball.
I mean,
dude, look at poor guy, dude. Look at his face. He just knows.
Is he dragging those things around or what?
That's like the
All right, let's go for it, dude. That's a fuck. I noticed that teabag. I was like, I gotta stop. And I like that they had
I'm
little
surprised though that you never
Little police.
that little pelitos, right? I love that, dude. Look at this shit. All right.
to attacking to exercising to beating fish to death to making giant faces. Tanuki scrotums can do it all. It's said that a Tanuki
It's like Randy Marsh. Remember, he makes a coat out of the fucking scrotum.
Oh, Randy, I love it. And when it gets cold, it shrinks.
Oh, for sure.
Scrotum
Yes.
stretch to the size of 8 tatami mats. That's a pretty big scrotum.
big
But
ass.
real-life tanuki have real-life sized testicles, so where did this legend come from? It's got nothing to do with sexual prowess. Metal workers in Kanazawa, when making gold leaf, would wrap the gold in a tanuki scrotum. When you're trying to make gold leaf, you need to stretch the gold out to the thinnest sheet possible. So you need a skin that can stretch as far as it can go. Tanuki scrotum does the trick. Tanuki scrotums were eventually sold as wallets and lucky charms, said to stretch your money the same way they stretched the gold.
They just made them.
Of course, these legends don't end in ancient times. Tanuki love continues to this day. The 1994 studio
Oh, is he gonna?
Ghibli film Pompoko is all about tanuki adventures and giant nuts. Tanuki are prominently featured in video games like Super Mario Bros. 3, Pocky and Rocky, and Animal Crossing. Of course, they are also featured in anime like Naruto, Inuyasha, Pokonyan, and the Eccentric Family. Both Doraemon and One Piece also feature the same running gag involving tanuki. Doraemon and Tony Chopper are often mistaken for tanuki, much to their chagrin.
He's a reindeer.
Tanuki are mascots for things like the Lawson Convenience Store and a neighborhood in Tokyo.
Lawson.
Even Sanrio, the creators of Hello Kitty, made a little friend for her that was a tanuki called Pokopone. Of course, the most well-known and most important incarnation of the tanuki is the tanuki statue. It's that cute, big-eyed statue outside of shops and restaurants.
Yes, I've seen
Not
that.
only is this a 20th century development, it's generally attributed to one person, Fujiwara Tetsuzo. Tetsuzo was a potter of shigaraki yaki, a type of ceramics.
a big nut.
I like big balls. Big old balls.
big old balls.
Big old balls.
I like the balls.
Made in Shiga Prefecture. The story goes that Emperor Hirohito made a visit to Shigaraki in 1951. When he arrived, he found that the street was lined with tanuki statues waving flags to honor him. He was so tickled by this that he wrote a poem. After an endorsement by the emperor, of course, the statue's popularity took off. And this is the tanuki we see today. Gone are his days of trickery and mischief. Now he represents 8 virtues. He's more of a Santa Claus type. You know, drinking a bottle of booze, nuts hanging out, just like Santa. Whether you're into the jolly, virtuous tanuki or the Loki-like trickster sociopath, there's something there for everyone. Tanuki, don't you go changing. Keep on drinking booze, curling up in your nutsack, and feeding people feces.
All right, bro. I'm gonna have to get a tanuki wallet. That's all I'm gonna have to do.
I want to get one of the statues now.
I'm actually gonna buy you guys a statue.
I know. I'm gonna get. We need one for the pod. We're gonna get me a little tanuki right here.
Well, not, yeah.
With the big
Definitely.
old fucking nuts,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Randy, like where he just sits on his nuts. Fuck yeah.
And I'm gonna get one of Randy Marsh to be next to him, like competition.
All right, we got way off topic, but I want to go back to this last thing that we're going to talk about with the fires. So this is Adam Carolla talking about the fires, and I really like what he had to say. So let's go ahead and watch this real quick. Trump 2024, you get what you get. What you get.
You get what you get, brother.
Now, these
Oh, hold on.
Now, these pussies are all sitting around crying about Karen Bass, water pressure, how come the forest wasn't cleared of all the brush, what's happening with the infrastructure. You guys all voted for Karen Bass, the mayor of Los Angeles. You all voted for Gavin.
You fucking
And
idiot.
now you fucking get what you get. Oh, now that your house is on fire, well, now you're
Come on.
thinking about something else. Now you want to know what's going on. What's going on around here? You didn't give a shit about what was going on when other people's houses were on fire, but now
That's
you
what you're
can.
talking about.
So here's what's going to happen. All these people who were deep blue Democrats are now going to have to pull a permit to rebuild. And they're going to get the 28-year-old bitch from the Coastal Commission telling them to go fuck off. And then they're going to vote for Trump or whoever's Trumpian next. You see, they're going to get turned.
I'm
they're
not
going to
too
get
optimistic
turned
about
hard
it.
because, as I
They
always
might.
said, live in the rent
It's
control
difficult with California again. like I
apartment in
said.
Santa Monica.
A very few of
Fine.
them will.
Good.
Guarantee
We
you.
know how you vote. Go deal with the city. Try to pull a permit. These are going to be thousands of homes, super wealthy people, and these people don't want to live in Van Nuys. They
Nobody wants to live in Van Nuys.
I totally agree with him. And the thing is, like, you know when in North Carolina when they had the flood, a bunch of fucking liberals were like, yeah, y'all don't believe in global warming, that's y'all's fault. And then a lot of conservatives now are doing that with them. Like, look at this, what y'all get. I'm not gonna gloat over people losing their homes, man. I'm sorry. I think that's a fucking shitty situation. But I am with him, and you fucking voted for this, and you had all these DEI bullshit that you fucking voted for. So this is where they say
Chickens come to roost.
There you go. I fucking remember. I forgot that the chickens come to roost at this fucking point, and I hope they wake up and they vote for something like that, because I saw this. I saw this DEI bullshit, and it looked like a SNL parody. Like, I really thought, for real. I was like, this has to be SNL, and it wasn't. It was not. And but yeah, well, I don't know what y'all's take on it, but I feel I'm not gonna laugh at them, but because even my wife has a friend there, and they're multimillionaires, and they lost their house, everything. They're in Japan right now, so they're actually visiting Japan, and they're like, dude, we lost everything. They're like, we're just happy we're not there, and they're multimillionaires. They'll be fine. But the only thing is, it's true, like. You don't give a fuck when it happens to other people. It's like the people voting for open borders. You don't care when it happens to us, because these fucking illegals are coming to our neighborhood. They're not going to your neighborhood.
So it was so. With
and now you can, and it's like, that's why I said throw the fucking illegal center in Stone Oak or these other in any rich area in any of your cities, and I guarantee that fucking border will be fucking tighter than the virgin butthole at the end of the fucking day, dude.
Definitely, yeah.
It'll be boom. It would be like
again. It's sad that people lost their homes, and it's just in general, because I've seen it before.
That's what I'm saying.
But in the end, those that live there, it's one of those things where you've constantly, repeatedly, have voted for the same politicians, and that's it.
For like what already, like
a decade
since Reagan.
Yeah.
It's fucking Reagan, bro.
And now you're whining and crying. Oh, we don't have this. We don't have this.
And just watch once they start rebuilding the California. Once the fires just stop, guess who's going to get catered first to the rebuilds?
It ain't the fucking average Joe.
The wealthies. It's going to be the celebrities, the wealthies.
Oh, it always.
Yeah,
trust me. Trust me.
I still.
They're going to be the first ones to get water to their places. They're going to be the first ones to pass the permits, because they're the ones donating, or they're the donors. So they're going to get the first for everything. Just watch.
I agree that they're gonna get first, but I think they'll always get first because green talks, man. Like money.
Yeah, money talks, bro.
And I get that, but it's also like I said, like there's a lot of people gloating about it, and it's like, dude, you can't gloat on people's misery like that. Like I mean, if they were evil, I get it. Like if they're part of if they're part of the sex trafficking and doing all, like, fuck them, dude. I would be gloating with that. But I mean, some of these people also, some of these rich people, I'm sure they voted for Trump. They just they get outnumbered, man.
Yeah, shit just.
It's like us in San Antonio. Like we all vote red, all of us. I mean, where you don't vote because you don't live here, but we all vote red. And what does San Antonio go all the time?
Every time it goes blue.
It goes blue every fucking time. So you got to think about it for those Californians, right? Like there's a lot of Republican Californians.
Oh yeah.
And it sucks that they're getting fucked because we get fucked. Look at what we do. We're a sanctuary city here. Like and look at how many people we know that all vote red, and still we get outnumbered because nobody really gives a shit about local politics, and that's one thing. And then on top of that, I mean, we're just outnumbered. There's too many liberals because we live in a big city, and big city people always vote that way, and it's unfortunate, and we get fucked. But yeah, man, I'm not gonna gloat over, but it is like Adam Crow said, like you get what you get. You voted this way, and I wanted to show this because this just makes me sick to my stomach, bro. And anybody like that saw this and you still voted that way, you got to be like a special kind of stupid. And at that point, I'm not going to feel sorry for you. I don't know. I just can't feel sorry for you.
No, I agree.
Like, check this out, bro. This Elon Musk tweeted this out or X'd it out, whatever you want to fucking call it. And it went viral as fuck. And just, you'll see why.
You want to see somebody that responds to your house, your emergency, whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you. It gives that person.
No, I fucking don't.
No, I just want someone to save us.
I don't care if a beaner comes to my door. Hey, you need help.
It doesn't matter who they are, what color, where they're from. It doesn't matter.
It could be as
long as they're qualified to saving people,
and they know how to save somebody's life.
Hey, you look like a beefcake. Take me out of here. I'm dying. I can smell the pork off my back.
Hey, you're not a beefcake. Get out of my house.
Imagine. Okay, can you imagine this bitch shows up at your house when you're in the fire? Look at her. This shows up at your house and be like, God damn it, I'm dead.
Oh shit!
All right, let's hear the
to
rest.
your house, your emergency, whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you. It gives that person a little bit more ease, knowing that somebody might understand their situation better. Is she strong enough to do this? Or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire.
Wait, is that a
which
chick
my
or a dude?
response is, he
Or is that
put
a
himself
chick
in the
dude?
wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
missed the
Strong
best
enough
part.
to
Hold on.
do this. Or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire. Which my response is, he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
What?
That has to be the
He
most.
got himself into the wrong places.
Yes, dude. Okay, that's the part I wanted everybody to see. If you've never seen that, that's the part. You like, how did you get yourself in that situation? I didn't fucking know I was gonna be on the highway and some guy wrecked into me and my car's on fire and I need you to drag me out, bitch. Like, I didn't plan it. I didn't. Plan this
Firefighters
out.
don't fucking think of that shit. Their main job is to get in there and save.
No, but I'm
That's
talking
it.
about the people don't think they're going to be in that situation. Like,
Yeah.
you don't wake up thinking, hey, man, I'm going to be in a fire later today. I hope I have some beefcake come save me. Like, that's a stupid. And how much of an evil person you have to be? Like, oh, yeah, I know that's my job. I mean, can you imagine doing that in any other job? Like you? Just because you gave me a truck, what I'm supposed to fix it now? Like, what did you do wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how stupid it is. What were you going to say, Joe? I don't know. Thought you were going to say something. No?
No, I forgot.
But I think that's ridiculous.
That's. I mean, that was the most dumbest shit to say,
Bro.
Like,
Dumb.
if he must be in the wrong place, if I have to save him,
There's
like,
all kinds of-
no
there's all-
shit, it just fucking happens.
There's all kinds of ways. Oh yeah, you put yourself in that situation with that person and he beat you down. Well, you were there.
I know, right?
That's exactly the same concept.
Oh, the chief right there.
Yeah. Can you imagine if you said that to a woman? Like, hey, my husband beat me. Well,
You were there.
You put yourself in this situation. It's not my fault. Okay,
Can you
it's not
imagine
my
that?
fault.
the dishes. Well, there you go.
I know, like, you're over there fucking.
See,
Look
it's the
at.
same
I see
shit.
5 dirty dishes. I mean, he has a point.
I mean, what was he gonna eat off of?
What do you want him to do?
I'm supposed to eat off a napkin?
You didn't give him pussy last night. What do you want the guy to do? Of course, he's gonna fuck somebody else.
It's just tomfoolery.
That's a good word. I haven't heard that word in a while. But yeah, the fire chief is over there talking about how she wants to get more women involved because you need women. And I don't know if y'all saw but the fire chief is already blaming she's blaming the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
So as you know, it's gonna go down. The mayor's gonna start blaming the governor, and they're all gonna start blaming each other. It's gonna be a nice little clusterfuck.
Yeah, they're gonna start backstabbing. They eat their own kind.
I want them to fucking do
See, like when it comes to DEIs, there's no point. The whole topic is fucking stupid.
It's Marxism.
If a woman can do the job, do the job. If you can't,
Get the fuck out of the kitchen.
then go somewhere else.
I actually want your opinion on this since you're in the military. Do you think women should be in the battlefield?
Yes and no. There are, what I've seen, there are very few that have the ability and stamina to stick with the actual men. Don't get me wrong, there are also men that cannot handle combat MOS.
Yeah, of course. No, I mean, fuck, I couldn't.
But there are
right now.
very few women in the DoD that can handle that type of onset of constant military combat pressure, just on and on and on and on and on. It's very rare. And you talk about now a genetic thing. Now their cycles are going to be completely destroyed from being in a combat zone and constantly out in the field.
I didn't think about the cycles.
That is a real thing. There was a Marine Corps captain that went into this whole process. She went into a combat zone with the ground combat troops, and her entire cycle, she was unfertile for like almost 2 years after the fact.
Holy shit!
Because she was in that combat zone, her entire cycle was completely wrecked. Her body was wrecked because of that kind of environment she was in constantly.
So how many women have you met in your time of service that you would say that are you would trust in that? Because I've always heard everything about like they're gonna hold people back just because they like there's a lot of factors with just not having the stamina like you said and all that kind of stuff. Like would you say you had like a handful or like a good amount?
In my career field, prior to me leaving the military on active duty going to retirement, I can honestly say maybe 1 or 2.
And how long were you in the military? So people know.
Just shy of 20 years.
Shit, 1 or 2.
Just shy of 20
But
years.
these bitches like they were just not regular bitches, right?
No, I mean in my MOS, it's a different type of MOS.
It was like, no, they had wieners.
They were healthy.
They all had
But
wieners.
what was with these 2 chicks that they were just the mentality was just totally different, or what was it? I'm just curious.
They seem to be in the mindset of not that I'm a woman, but we treated them. Those are the only two that I can remember off the top of my head that we treated like one of the guys. We didn't see her as a woman. We didn't see her as a fucking a guy or girl. We saw her as a fucking an EOD technician. That's what we saw her as. I don't care.
Oh, okay. You're talking about in the EOD.
In the EOD field.
Yeah.
In the infantry side, I never saw. During my time frame in the infantry, we didn't see women in combat in that aspect.
But do you think those two would be in an infantry kind of setting? You think they'd make it?
I honestly don't know. I really don't know.
I'm always just curious about that.
From the perspective that I have from an EOD standpoint, it was more of they did their job, just like any other Marine that should do the job in the EOD field.
And and can you explain what EOD is real fast?
EOD is the explosive ordnance disposal. So, I guess short story,
like
long story short,
Locker. What was that movie?
Yeah, long story short, Hurt Locker. Bomb squad. We are the military's bomb squad. Some units in the Marine Corps, or particularly for me myself in the Marine Corps, was you're either station side where you're dealing with stateside kind of responses and airline responses for like flight line, mishaps with an aircraft and their weaponry, or you're in a combat situation, or you're in a company where you're forward deployed, whether you're on ship or you're in a combat zone. You're dealing with IEDs or dealing with aircraft or any kind of other types of EOD or explosive ordnance related issues on an aircraft carrier or any kind of ship. That's where the EOD field is in the Marine Corps.
Oh, okay. Dude, was the Hurt Locker when you saw that movie? Did it feel like, oh, dude, that's kind of real? It was Hollywood all the way.
Nope, it was all Hollywood.
Oh, really?
100%.
Damn, that makes me sad. What it's specifically that you can recall? Like, can you recall anything? Because I saw that movie.
So think about this.
When did that movie come out? First of all, it was like 15 years ago, like 10 years ago.
That was some time ago.
It was a while ago, man. But that was a really good movie, and I was like, damn, that's that shit. And that's before I met you. So
yeah.
What specifically do you think that's very off about it?
Nobody's gonna run in a bomb suit.
Oh, he does have that little. Also, there's no way you're gonna run in a bomb suit.
You can run, but you ain't running like that. So, and the other thing was, so there's one of the scenes where he's lifting up these what it looked like at least 155, so 155 millimeter artillery rounds, and he picks up the deck cord, which is the explosive detonating cord, and he picks it up and he's pulling up all these like 4 or 5 come up together. I don't know if you remember that scene in the movie.
I wouldn't recall that.
But he's picking it up. He's picking up this explosive cord from a long set, what we call a daisy chain of IEDs. He picks it up, and all these other munitions come up with it. There ain't no way in fucking hell that deck cord would stay in that explosive, because it's, again, you're talking about manufactured. This thing weighs about almost 100 pounds. And then you're going to put explosives. So you're going to put C4 or TNT. You're going to stuff it in this hole where a fuse would go, about this big. And then you're going to put a piece of deck cord with a knot. So you're going to write this explosive cord. You're going to tie it in a rudimentary knot and stuff it in there. And then you expect to pick up 500 fucking pounds.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Oh, so he like, yeah.
It's
just physically impossible.
Like, that shit ain't happening.
Oh, no. Wow. I always wonder like that kind of shit, right? Because
God damn you, Jeremy Renner.
God damn you fucking Hurt Locker, you fucking broke my heart.
The movie was, the movie was an interpretation of a story of several probably people that did that entire time during Iraq. Iraq was different, definitely from Afghanistan, and it's regards to EOD and the IED warfare crap.
So how hot are those suits? Like when you put it on. Like what's the the temperature?
The second you put it on, you start to sweat.
So that part's real when he's just like dripping.
Yeah, the second that helmet closes, you are gonna eventually, within seconds, you're gonna start dripping sweat. That's an 80-pound suit. It's an 80-pound suit.
That's crazy, dude.
Now the suit does come with an internal like almost
ventilator.
It's not a ventilator. It does have a cooling system for the helmet itself. So when the helmet's on, like the one you saw in the Hurt Locker, it's got like a tube on the back of the head, right? That's one of the old. That's an old series bomb suit. The new ones have an integrated cooling system on the back of the helmet. So it's got like an AC vent going through, pushing external air through to keep you cool. The rest of the suit, though, that's just 100% sucks.
It's all ball sweat and everything.
It's 100% ball sweat.
So like, I don't know. Are you just not claustrophobic? Like it. I mean, for me, I'm claustrophobic. I would fucking freak out.
If you're claustrophobic before the fact, and you put that suit on and try to walk around, you will 100% show signs and symptoms of claustrophobia. So
say that again. What was that?
So
Claustrophobia?
Claustrophobia.
Oh, claustrophobia. I was like, what is that?
Claustrophobia.
I was like, whoa, what is that? That sounds hot.
I like that.
So put it this way.
Oh, dude, this conversation's turning me on.
Every technician, regardless, Marine Corps, Air Force, Navy, Army, whatever, they go through the process of screening their individuals before they go to the schoolhouse. At least they should. From the Marine Corps' perspective, we all put anybody that's going into the EOD field or wants to go into an EOD field, they put them in the bomb suit. That's part of the process, the screening process. So we'll put them in there for, I think, if I remember right, it was 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh shit! So just to see if they could take it.
The whole point is we're gonna stress you out. We're gonna physically exert you, and to make sure that you don't go claustrophobic. That's the whole point. You're gonna get tired. We know you're gonna get tired. We know it's gonna suck. You know you're gonna be a fucking pain. It's all about seeing if not you can mentally stay on task, and see if you freak out.
So about how many if you're talking about 10 people that go into that training, right? What would you say would out of 10, how many would freak the fuck out? Like in your expertise, like is it 1 out of 5? I mean, 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, or is it just always different?
It's different, I guess, because again, every person I've seen go through the process in my entire time of doing screenings, from being a sergeant, being all the way to master sergeant, learning and applying the techniques for going through the screening process, I've only seen one person freak out.
Oh wow! So the people that go in, they already have that mentality. Like I'm already they're all right.
They're already set for it. Yeah.
Mentally
set for it.
They were mentally there. Dude, I freaked the fuck out, dude. In 2 seconds, right when you put it on.
Nah.
You ready?
I'll be the one guy who's like, oh, fuck.
They'll be like, what a bitch.
Fuck it.
You're not supposed
fuck you.
to shit in the suit, but okay.
Hey, I farted.
Tell us one of the craziest little stories you have of in a bomb situation in the field.
Well, it's hard to say about a bomb situation. So one of the
IED, right?
So one of the most interesting IED scenarios I've ever had was what we called an MRAP, or it was a MAT V. It's an up armored new version Humvee. So the Humvees went from what you would recognize in the Hollywood movies and stuff to this huge ass tan up armored 4-wheel vehicle.
Yeah,
got a Humvee from a skank once.
I mean, nothing wrong with
it's a little different than that. This one had wheels.
I know what you're talking about.
It depends how big she was. Then she might have had wheels.
She was huge,
but she only had 2 wheels.
She was a torta. Now go ahead.
I get called out because this MRAP or Matt V he's rolling through the desert, hits a soft spot, and he drops into the earth and comes back up. So it's soft sand. He hits it and pops out. And apparently,
is this in Afghanistan or Iraq?
This is in Afghanistan.
Okay.
And when his vehicle comes back out, his Under Armour plate pulls out an IED.
Ooh.
So he was lucky it didn't detonate. And the most interesting part of this is that what the driver told me when I went up to them, I was like, hey, what's the situation? What's happening? The motherfucker tells me, hey, can you not blow up my truck because I got my computer in there? And in the back of my head, I'm thinking, I'm about to go downrange on an IED. Do you really fucking think I give 2 fucks about your goddamn fucking laptop with porn on it?
But I'll do what I can, sir, for that laptop.
In his defense, was it Jav?
Unknown.
I just look at it.
If you would have specified, hey, I got some, good old, some Jav.
I got some good old Japanese adult
I'm like,
videos.
okay. I'll help you out.
Oh, but I'll definitely do my best on this one, sir.
I am sorry, sir. I will get your laptop to safety.
Hey, we're gonna get through this.
But none of that was specified prior to the engagement.
Oh shit!
Nevertheless, I go out there. He gives me his fucking sob story. I look at him like you're fucking retarded. Get the fuck away from me, and shut up and just go away. Which is the typical attitude of most people. It's like, you know what? Okay, I don't care about your story. Just shut up. Let me do my job, and then I'll leave. It's that simple. Anyways, so I do a scenario. So I look at it. I'm like, all right, cool. My robot's not going to fit underneath it. How am I going to go about this? So I'm like, I'm going hands-on. I'm going to go with my own fucking hands and my fucking little scissors and do what I got to do like you see in the fucking Hollywood movies. Never my intent.
Oh, it's like executive decision. What's Steven Seagal on?
Yeah.
Cut the blue wire.
So the robot.
They're all blue.
The robot is like a little like a car thing. I mean,
So
like a remote.
one of the robots we have was about 80 pounds.
It's like,
Holy
Johnny,
shit.
it's like Johnny 5.
That's a big ass
So,
robot.
so we actually have it's called a RONS. We don't. That's more for like a stateside call.
Oh.
So like when we have like a car bomb or something, you know, like a stateside call. When you see the LA bomb squad, they have a huge ass what we call a RONS, huge ass fucking wheel things like Johnny 5. This one is a lot smaller. You know, one person should be able to carry it, which different story. And then we have a smaller one, which is called a pack bot, which is literally supposed to be on a backpack. I used the RONS. That's what we had in our truck. But the way the truck was orientated on the bomb, on the IED, I'm like, it's not going to fit. I won't be able to fit it in there and maneuver it the way I need to do its job. So, you know, I get on there, hands and knees, and I start crawling underneath it. And the picture, you saw that cigar box I brought home that one time. That picture is me doing that scenario.
I want to know though. Like I think everybody would want to know. Like in your head, what's going on when you're like, I'm about to fucking go dismantle this fucking IED, and at any moment I could just fucking like gone.
It's
I would want to know that.
The thought process for everyone is different. The very first IED I did, I was scared shitless, 100%. I'm like, no, if my training didn't work, I'm not going to know it because it'll be the last time I ever see this. And it succeeded. So I'm like, okay. After that, everything else was literally just going through what I knew and what I trained for.
Just muscle memory.
Muscle memory. Well, it wasn't even muscle memory.
I mean,
because
but
every situation.
Mental memory.
Mental memory is what. Yeah, but
every situation was different. For the most part, every IED had its own, you know, unique differences. And as the war went on, you know, over the years, IEDs became more complex. So you went from a rudimentary, you know, pressure plate where somebody steps on it, a troop steps on it, or a vehicle rolls over it and it detonates. And this was a dramatic change from Iraq. Iraq was completely different. Iraq was using military grade munitions with radio base stations and other IED plates they had to be concealed very as well as they could on a roadside. When you came to Afghanistan, it was more, you know, in the middle of nowhere, desert. They had to hide it in the fucking dirt on a walking path where the average civilian would go through. And also at the same time, they expect you to go through the American forces or any kind of coalition force.
yeah, that's fucking wild though. I can imagine your first one. I would have been like, oh shit, myself.
I need to take a break. Hold on,
I got my pee pants on.
I need a new change.
That's fucking. But that's what that kind of interests me. So it just took you one, and your confidence was like, I'm good.
No, because at that point it validated my training. It validated my. It validated everything I learned from those that taught me how to do what I need to do, understand the situation, learn how to view the scenario as, you know, that's what it was. It was this scenario, specifically this scenario. It wasn't all these, there's these magic fucking IEDs everywhere. It's understanding that I'm here. Here's my problem. Is there another problem somewhere? Probably. But this is the one I'm worried about right now. And in the end, if I fuck up, it ain't my problem anymore.
I'm no longer here to have
that guy would never get his laptop again.
Yeah.
So how long is that training that you have to go through?
So to become an EOD technician, from no matter what service it is, at least, well, I'll take it back. Air Force, Army, and Marine Corps, it is 9 months of training. 9 months of actual learning ground ordnance and the processes for disposal, understanding what explosives are, you know, all the way down to its minutia. The Navy, after that 9 months, goes through an additional 2 months of underwater. So they specifically focus on torpedoes and underwater munitions, you know, sea mines and things of that nature. So theirs is a little bit, you know, extended because they have a specific task in the Department of the Navy.
So like in welding, are the people underwater, they're going to get paid more? I mean, is it like more dangerous? Because, you know, like welding, when you weld underwater, you're going to get, your salary is going to be like a lot higher. Is that the case?
Every department of
because you're diving at the same time, right?
So
because they're diving.
Every branch of service is different regarding the pay on how their incentives are given. So the Navy, from what I understand and from what I remember, was most EOD units, specifically those that are the mobile units, kind of fall into the SOCOM realm because they have the ability to be attached to a SOCOM team. Obviously, each SEAL team has their own individual EOD technician, just like the Marine Corps' MARSOC, and MARSOC has a specific EOD trained personnel. So myself, I was just the Marine Corps EOD technician, If I wanted to go to the special forces side, I would have to go through a specific training to become a soft, what we call a soft EOD technician, soft level 1 training.
So as of like now that you've done this for fucking years, so you just go in balls out like that fucking Tanuki. What was that little
Tanuki?
You go in balls out like the Tanuki now. The Tanuki.
I mean,
I don't know what that is. So do you, like nowadays, you see an IED or whatever, you're just like, all right, good, or is it kind of advanced throughout the years, or you still fucking have that?
Oh, there's always going to be upgrades.
I mean, I'm sure there's upgrades, but do you feel like, shit, what is this? Or you're kind of like, I kind of got this.
That wasn't in my training.
To this day,
No, I didn't see that in the book.
This thing has lights on it.
Since I left the military and retired, IEDs are not a part of my life anymore.
Oh, okay.
I do try to keep up to date on as much as I can regarding open publications, anything that comes open source regarding EOD tactics and EOD techniques throughout the world, from Africa, specifically Africa, because Africa is one of the biggest places where people are still combating IEDs from, the Somali all the way to all those areas over there. They're still fighting the IED warfare. Obviously, Afghanistan, Iraq, and all those places, they're still, especially the Ukraine now, the Ukraine as well, and all those other places. I try to keep as up to date as possible, but for me, specifically with my job, it's really no longer my concern. I try to stay updated so that when I do come across other organizations that seek our training for who I work for, we have as much up-to-date information to provide them the necessary training so they can go forward and do their job in a safe manner.
That's a crazy job when you think about it, dude. Just put on a fucking suit, 80 pounds, fucking going in and just like any little thing, if you do something wrong, like I would be like a Key and Peele. I'd just be sweating.
It always reminds me of
just
was it
I look like a waterfall when I get out. Hey, goddamn, is this
the movie The Abyss, when he goes all the way down the trench? Remember when he has that special suit and his one special light goes out, he has to get the glow stick. He's all
So I've heard different things because I've talked to people about it, but what is the average temperature? I know Afghanistan gets a little chilly, right?
Depending on the time of the year and in the evening, yes, it does get quite cold. There was times we get we'll start an operation for like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I'm literally, the second I stop moving, we're walking for several kilometers, we're nice and sweaty. The second you stop, you're just like fucking like fucking let's go fucking walk some more.
I've heard Afghanistan gets a little chilly because it's mountainous, right?
Now, if you're in the mountain region, it snows. It's cold.
Yeah, it's like fucking
in the southern region, in the evening hours, and in the right time of the year, it is very cold.
So does it have any like beautiful land? Is it a nice, like? Did you have times where you're like, fuck, it's kind of beautiful here, or it's just not at all?
No,
not at all.
The only time I ever thought that of anything in the deployment cycle was Iraq. There were times in Iraq where I was like on the Euphrates, and I'm like, there's fucking greenery. There's a river. It's actually pretty damn nice. I'm in my Humvee just sitting on here. I'm like, it's actually pretty fucking nice.
Let's go fishing.
Because I always think about like in World War II, right? When they were going into Okinawa. In Okinawa, you were stationed there. I visited you there. No, did I visit you there? No, I visited you in Osaka. Yeah, we're there at the same time. And Osaka is Okinawa is a beautiful place. So I can just imagine like when they're sailing into Okinawa, they're just like, oh man, this place is nice. Well, we're about to go to hell though.
I don't want to fuck this place up.
You got to think though, but before they went into Okinawa, think about the time frame and what was happening. By the time the U.S. troops, while their vessels were approaching the beachland, a couple of miles out, or however far they were, that landing area that they visually saw was bombed to shit.
Yeah, I mean they bombarded the shit out of it for days. Yeah,
just like every other island they went to, there was a bombardment.
And they were just hiding under tunnels, waiting.
That's all it was.
Can you imagine though, like the psyche of that? Like, I went to those tunnels. I just posted a video about that.
I saw that. Yeah, I've been there as well,
dude. It's a It's. I don't know how you felt, but I knew like. I felt just because there's no tour. There's like you go in there
it's a self tour.
Yes, it's a self tour, and it's dude, it goes down, and a lot of people don't go there because Japanese people don't want to do that shit. Like they're just like it's like my wife, right? She was saying like, oh no, you bring spirits back and it's bad, and they have this shit where you get like before you walk in the house you have to get salt. and throw it over your shoulders and shit.
You can,
and yeah, so you could get rid of the spirits, like all the harmful spirits or just spirits in general.
Whatever attaches itself to.
Yeah, and when I went in there, because if you saw it when I went to that little area where it's like, dude, it's a fucking little room, and you go in there and you just see those pellet holes, and it's like this is where they fucking committed suicide. It's like, dude, that's a creepy ass room, dude. Like what? Like I can imagine, because it's always like nighttime in there, as you remember. But I can imagine being there like midnight.
With
like,
no lights
or that,
so
dude.
think about this. So like, that
so they didn't have any electricity back then, like when they were doing that.
No,
or?
they have electricity, and they had electricity because they did have lights. Because there's
Okay,
no way
saying, like,
you would not be
they
able
had
to
to have
see.
lights in there.
But
like,
it was very dim though,
Yeah.
compared to what you see now. So like in the video, it was very bright because they have modern lighting and everything. Back then, it was just a simple, quick,
small incandescent light bulb.
Yeah, and that was just one wire that ran throughout the complex.
Probably all in series.
And they talk about, like, when you're there, they'll talk about like a lot of people that were injured, like they had to sleep standing up because it's very fucking compressed. So you only get to see, I think it's like 25% of the tunnel or something like that.
Yeah,
it's very small because 75% of the tunnel they don't even know what's, like, a lot of people explore it and like they do research and shit. But other than that, like, you would get lost because it's, dude, even in that little bit that you're in, right? It almost feels like, oh, dude, am I in the right fucking, like, where am I at? Dude, it's a weird feeling, but so, fucks you up.
When I was stationed in mainland Japan, we had the opportunity to go to Okinawa, not to Okinawa, fucking Iwo Jima, which is now Iwo.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
So which is now Iwato.
I want to go there so bad.
So we were allowed, if I remember right, 5 hours from the time we landed to the time we had to depart. We had 5 hours on the island, so we had to make our way from the flight line. We had to walk our way all the way up Suribachi to the top, and it's still an active volcano because when you get up there, you can smell the sulfur. You can literally.
I was going to
see
say
it,
that's what they call Sulfur Island, right?
Yeah, you can still see the sulfur and the fumes coming out of the area and everything. But along the route, you could actually go into the tunnels of Iwato, and you can literally go down as far as you as far as you want, but they don't have it blocked off because typically it's not a tourist area. It's normally just it's still an active Japanese air station. So you go down in there and you're like, oh shit, what the fuck? And to a certain point, you're like, well, you're looking at your clock. You're like, well, I can't waste too much time here. I'm never going to make it up fucking Suribachi.
Yeah.
So, you make that route. We went down, we got left the flight line, maybe about 300 meters. There's their first bunker. You go down in it, oh shit, you can see everything. Then you come back up and you run down to the beach, the Black Sands, where thousands and thousands of fucking Marines died.
Everybody, Japanese Marines,
everybody died. In
yeah,
attempt to hold and take the island all at the same time.
Do they still have the spot where they raised the flag? Like, is it like
no?
Like,
so the actual the monument is different. So it's not like you don't have like what you have in Washington D.C. You don't have a monument like that. You have a
no, but they don't have like hey, this is where the plant.
They do have a plaque. They do have an actual couple of crosses
right. Yeah.
with a bunch of dog tags that people that have gone up there, people in the past, all up there, right on top. It's all up there. I have pictures of it, so maybe at some point I'll send them to y'all so you guys can actually
that's
post
cool,
them as well. For
I still hate on this motherfucker because he still has that little bottle of the Iwo Jima sand.
That's right there.
I'm like, fucking give it to me, dude. He never wants to give it to me.
That's mine.
He's like, that's mine. He's like, that's mine. I was like, God damn it, I want that. So you spend 5 hours. For a civilian, is there? I saw that there's like tours, right? Or is that correct? Or am I wrong?
As far as I know, I don't recall any civilian tours.
I think you have to get permission from the government and all that shit.
To go there, yeah. And I'm sure that the government has, a quota or so many flights a year to the actual island.
I'm sure you have to pay a shitload of money.
Yeah, I do know that they do hold an anniversary every year for both Japanese and military service members that if they're still alive, to go there and visit the island.
Those tunnels are fucking, dude. They're just creepy as fuck. I don't know. Did you feel creeped out? I did, dude. I was like, holy shit, dude. It's like so many people died in this.
I wouldn't say I was creeped out. I was more, like a humbling. It was more of an environment where, being a combat veteran and understanding what they went through in order for me to get to where I'm at now. And to get where, where the U.S. is now. Because, again, this was a conflict that was, out of the blue. It happened,
Yeah.
41 it happened.
It's just crazy to meet your end in that kind of fucking atmosphere. Like, just a little... tunnel, like
think about to commit suicide, like in a dark, small place.
Yeah,
like
that just
imagine the mindset that he has to be in.
You're just like banzai. boom. Just
I doubt it was even that. I think it was just more.
No, that's what they said. They used to say bonsai before they fucking committed suicide. They would say like bonsai. They use bonsai for that, and they also use bonsai for celebrations.
Yeah.
So like if you get a promotion, right, they'll say bonsai, bonsai, and they do that shit quite a bit. Like you'll see in politicians. Like I'm sure you saw the TV a lot. When like a politician wins, they do that shit all the time. And we also do that with the kids. So like to raise your hands, we say bonsai. So like when we take off their shirts, like when to get in the bath, we'll say bonsai, and then they raise their hands, and we kind of like take off their shirts. Like so they use it different aspects.
I doubt they did that in their last days.
No, they do that. They say they have record of them. Like they would hit the little like grenade on their helmet, and they would say bonsai.
Oh,
yeah, bonsai.
So the grenades there, were they had a variety during, particularly in World War II. One of the ones that they had that was very unique was a clay. It was perfect cylinder made of clay, and on top it had that little fuse. So with that would actually set it off and start the fuse process in 10 seconds.
So even a grenade right now, right? How many seconds do you get?
That's 100%. It varies on the type of grenade, the manufacturer. Some last 2 to 3 seconds. Some last 3 to 4 seconons.
Oh shit! Okay,
it really depends. So
I always wanted to throw one. You threw a few? Dude, that'd be fun, right? Just imagine you're one.
I dropped it. Shit.
You just go like that. It's all there. You seen that happen?
It's hilarious as shit.
Oh, dude, that would be the opposite of hilarious.
Again, this is the difference between some military personnel. Military guys, and
I know.
They have that kind of like sadistic kind of humor.
Oh, dude, I know.
Death, pain, it's like
look at that piece of shit blowing up.
It'd be like Abe Simpson where he throws his helmet on and like.
He's all. But I remember you're gonna say that one of the stories where you almost died or something.
Yeah. There's
sorry, that's a good one. I like that.
We were myself and my team member were stationed in Afghanistan and Leatherneck, which was the main fortification there for the military overall. And we got attached to the Marine Corps Special Forces for several ops. And this one in particular was actually kind of fun because, we get attached to them for what we were told in about 6 days. And on day 2, we land early. Day 1, we land early in the morning. It's like 3 a.m. We're in the middle of a fucking butt-fuck nowhere field, cold as fuck. And then the night starts off with us stopping, being really cold, and then we get shot at by, other Afghan forces that are, friendly, because they just didn't ID us. They couldn't ID us correctly, so they start shooting at us. Eventually, communications happen, hey, we're American, we're with you, so stop fucking with us. Anyways, we push forward, and then later that morning, we occupy a compound. We talk to the local there, they give them, hey, shut the fuck up and just, we'll give you money, just shut up and stay here. And then all we're doing for like 2 hours is waiting. Just waiting. You're like, yeah, nothing's happening. Like,
I'm just thinking about that, but like only in war, right? It's like they're shooting at us. Hey, we're friendly. Oh, okay, I'm bad. Like it's like
chill.
No harm, no
We're
foul.
cool. We're cool.
Like in regular life, it'd be like, bitch, you fucking shot.
So like we're sitting there, and we're like, well, fucking,
That's all. Hey, come on, we're in the same team here. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I almost shot you in the head.
Shit,
there,
man. I wasted like 3 bullets on you.
That just shows like real life and like war, right? Like that's
this is 100% how it happened. I mean,
no, I know. I totally believe you. It's funny like that.
The EOD technician, the Special Forces technician that was supposed to be there, he obviously was occupied with another mission. So we supported them in that regard. And that morning, we're just waiting around. We're like, fuck. And then the MARSOC, the Special Forces guy, Marine Corps Special Forces guy, he's like, hey, let's get shit started. I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, you got explosives? I'm like, well, yeah. He's like,
yeah, I do.
He's like, what do you got? I'm like, I got a wall charge. I got some other charges. He's like, yeah, throw one over the wall. I'm like, okay, cool. So, he stabs her. I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, I'm okay. I'll throw some explosives and let them, see what happens when they blow up. So I'm climbing on the roof. There's like between the top of the roof and the actual wall, there's like, about half a meter of a room. I'm crawling, I got everything set up. And I'm about to pull the charge to get it to start igniting. So I got like maybe 10 seconds. Once I pull that, I got 10 seconds for it to actually burn and detonate. The second I'm about to, pop it, what we call it, it's pop. I can hear it. That was an RPG hitting the wall not far from me.
Ooh.
detonates on the wall. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, okay. I'm gonna like crawl off the wall and fall off. I'm like, fuck that shit. Like, okay, now it's going. For 3.5 hours, all we hear is gunfire, RPGs, and mortars.
Damn.
And the way we call it bracketing. What bracketing means is they're slowly walking their mortars into our position. So you can hear it, boom, boom, boom. So it begins like, oh,
it's getting closer and
like
closer.
they're getting closer and closer to us.
Sorry,
And then-
wait, just because I'm kind of dumb. Those are the ones that they put in the little
Yeah,
thing
they
and
put
pop.
in the
Okay.
tube and they drop in the tube and it just fucking fires
Just
out.
making sure I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But also, you just hear them getting closer. And
We
closer.
hear them getting closer and we're
Oh,
there
dude,
for
that
like,
would fucking freak me out.
and
Like,
we
oh,
already
shit.
know they're getting close. We can like they're on our doorstep.
So you got to do something.
And then we start, my team member and I start blowing holes in the wall. Like we know we can hear the chatter on the ICOM. We hear them like, hey, we can hear them chattering, saying, hey, we're getting closer. We're going to surround the surround the compound. And as we start blowing holes in the wall, we start seeing them. Start seeing them in the wall. Start seeing the fucking guys moving across the field. Like, so everybody, Marsoc, myself, my other team members, like, pop, pop, just shooting rounds. People fall, people don't, Some people stop shooting, some people don't. And then eventually, they're on the horn. They're trying to get the air support, trying to get close air support, trying to get one of the helos that's nearby to come on in and, throw some gunfire so we can get, beef feet and get the fuck out. They were literally a couple 100 yards away. And we were there for 2 hours, 3 hours, just sitting there like, where's my support? I want to get the fuck out of here. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Hey,
And
we're on our way.
And
Just
finally,
wait.
And finally, when you hear the gunship come in, it starts doing its round through the fucking, just.
Oh,
that one aircraft that, yeah.
The A-10, yeah, you hear it.
Dude, how does that shit sound in real life though?
It sounds, the way you hear it on the internet, it's exactly how it sounds in real life.
But just 100 times louder.
Yeah.
So like, do you have while you're in there, you have ear protection, right?
Some days I'll have it on, like it's what we call the Peltors. It's almost like a headphones like this, but they immediately, the second a loud sound happens, it cancels it. But you can still hear conversations, just like me and you are talking.
So you can hear, you won't hear that shit, but you can hear conversations.
Because
damn, that's badass.
Those are very expensive. Like me, I was a broke-ass Marine, so.
I'll get out there, Marine.
So
cotton in his ears and put that.
And they expect
they just give you big Q-tips.
When you deploy, they expect you to put earplugs in. I'm like, if I put earplugs in, I can't hear this guy next to me over here fucking yelling, hey, what's going on? Hey, contact right, contact left. So when I was there, sometimes I had earplugs, sometimes I didn't.
So do you have fucked up hearing because of that?
Yes.
Like complete, like, and
I
like
lost a significant percentage of my hearing due to combat operations and just general.
Dude, that's fucking crazy. So
General
RPG,
combat.
how far was the RPG from you? Would you
About
say
4 meters?
What is that in feet?
3, 4, 12.
From here to the end of the TV.
Oh shit! God damn! So that shit just like.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
Oh.
The second I saw it detonate, I'm like, okay.
Dude, I would have loved to hear that gunship. Just
Yeah, I got.
what is fucking
I've seen the Hercules. I've heard the Hercules. I didn't
Okay,
see
what's
it.
that? Can you explain that?
The C-130 gun.
C-130, yeah.
It fires I think it's a 25 millimeter cannon and a 105 millimeter cannon from the side of the ship.
So what is that taking out? Like a block? Or I mean, like two
No,
blocks?
No, that's just fucking ammunition.
So the 105 millimeter is about that big around and about yay big, and that's just filled with about, I don't know, less than a pound of fucking TNT.
There's a documentary on that aircraft.
But it's enough. It's enough to disturb the local vicinity in which you're trying to evade.
That has like a massive Gatling gun too.
Damn, that's bad, dude. I know. I always see those fucking videos of that shit. I'm like, God, this looks like these huge fireworks.
I watched a lot of those documentaries, like even with the Warthog, that massive Gatling gun that it has in front of it.
30 millimeter fucking
Dude.
Gal 30.
It's designed specially
That's wrecking your day.
Yeah, it's designed especially for the aircraft because it produces the recoil to push the aircraft back during flight.
That's fucking wild, dude. God damn. I always regret not joining the fucking military, dude. I should have did that shit.
Again,
It's not for everybody.
No, I know, but I think I would have fucking like I don't know. I would have wanted to.
It's got its pros and cons. Again, and it also depends on the service. It also depends on your job.
And the year you joined too, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I went in.
You went in when
I went in just
2002.
The Bush years, right?
2003, right?
Oh, so that was when the shit was happening.
It
Yeah.
was right as everything was happening.
Yeah, 01, because it was what, September 11th. So that was
It wasn't
end of the
long
year.
after
We
01 when-
Yeah, you
invaded
joined what,
Afghanistan.
03? You joined in 03, right?
Went in 03, yeah.
Yeah, because we invaded Afghanistan first, and then Iraq. Yeah, so that 03 was Iraq, though, right? 03 was
the
Iraq, right?
Iraq War, I believe.
No, I think, well,
Yeah, Iraqi freedom.
officially, yes, but
Yeah.
the first conflict they went
Because
into
Fallujah was
March.
03, wasn't it?
No, Fallujah was
05?
06.
Was it 06?
It was 06.
Holy
Fallujah was
shit,
06.
I thought it was like 03, 04.
No.
Damn, okay.
Fallujah was 06.
Fallujah was the, like,
was a
motherfuckers
big
in Fallujah were,
Hey, what
that was like kick doors, right? They were just like, get the fuck out.
Fallujah and Marja were the two biggest battles in
what,
Iraq.
what was that? What was that war? Remember I don't remember the movie. It was anger management where Adam Sandler goes to that anger management thing with Jack Nicholson.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
God.
and,
Grenada.
and his buddy, he was like, yeah, I did a bunch of time in Grenada. He goes, didn't that war last like 18 hours? Yeah,
It's
but
like,
I was there.
Like Desert Storm was fucking.
But what was Grenada?
Wasn't it?
Desert Storm was officially supposed to be a few days. It lasted a little bit longer, but
Yeah, it was just like a bombardment, and I remember seeing that on the news because the first time when Desert Storm happened, I remember they showed it on the news, and they would just show like it was like nighttime, and they would just show these little lights like
that was 1990, I believe, 1990, 1991.
Was it? It was 90. It had to be because I was old enough. I'm old enough to remember seeing it on
It
TV.
was the early 90s.
Yeah, and it was just, I remember thinking, dude, that's fucking cool. Like, look at that shit. I remember just thinking that because you just see, like, it was just black screen. You just see little dots.
Like I never.
They just bombarded the fuck out of him because he invaded Kuwait.
Yeah,
Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait. Then they said, fuck that. We're going to back up Kuwait. And then it just became, like, we just annihilated it. Like, just fucking boom. And then, but Saddam Hussein kept the dogs in check, though, right?
He did.
Yeah, he was. I mean, dude, but his sons. Have you seen the documentaries on his sons? Oh, or, I mean, I'm pretty sure you knew about him from Intel. But dude, his sons were psychopaths, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, yes, dude. They used to do sadistic shit. But you got to think about it, like it's even like in old England and all this shit. Like when you grow up and you could get whatever you want, and everybody's scared to tell you that you're doing anything wrong. I mean, how fucked up would you be if everything you did, everybody's just like, okay, yeah.
To you, it seemed right, and to everyone, and no one knew how
No,
to
but
tell
like,
you.
no matter what, like, hey, I'm gonna go fuck that dude's chick, and everybody's like, yo, yeah,
do it. Good idea. Good idea. Yeah,
It's
but
like, and that guy has to literally like,
Okay, yeah.
here you go, because if not, you're gonna get tortured in some fucking gulag in the middle of Iraq. Like is. But I don't know how true that is, but they said like Saddam actually kept all the fucking dogs in check, just like the way like some of the cartel bosses and Gaddafi as well. Like when they killed Gaddafi, I mean, we started the biggest fucking slave trade ever in Africa, and it's you could probably speak on it more. I don't know. You think he kept like all the fucking psychos in line in
He
the way.
had his people where they were supposed to be in order to actually keep them in line, and that's exactly why he ran it.
Because do you remember when they hung him? It was the first time I ever heard about YouTube was because of Saddam Hussein.
Yeah, when they hung him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first time I ever heard of YouTube. Because everybody kept telling me it's YouTube, and
Yeah,
I was
it was like a shitty video, but you still saw it.
They
Yeah.
fucking they just put the news on them.
That's
and
before
fucking
4K and everything.
They would never show that on YouTube ever. Like,
Oh, dude,
that was
no.
back in 210.
dude, those were the fucking Wild West days of YouTube, bro. God damn, I wish I was around. I wish I would have had a channel.
Yeah, those were the 03, 04 days. I remember that. It was in 2003, 2004.
I wish we could go back to that. We didn't know what we had, Chris.
We didn't listen.
We didn't.
All we had was fucking dial up and hope to God nobody fucking picked up the phone.
Please don't call me. I got bang bus
Nobody
on the tube.
call. No one pick up that phone. We're in the middle of a 6-hour download. We only got 30 minutes left. Boom. Oh, shit. We got to start over again.